we have to squeeze in this next story because this fascinates me to no end. So recently we did a story about, what was it, the world's dirtiest man? Well, now there's a new one to cover, a similar one. It's Europe's dirtiest man. His name is Ludvik Dolezal. He's 58 years old. He's from the Czech Republic. And his thing is that he loves to sleep in piles of ashes. In fact, he burns whatever he finds, including his own mattress, to keep his ash heap large so that it can cover him at night. And what I find amazing about this dude is that he used to be just a normal guy with a normal job. And he says, quote, "One day, I simply decided to quit my job. That was years ago, and since then, I'm staying here with the fire." And I think this story, and the last one that we did, the similar one, is so appealing because it represents a little something that most of us, if not all of us, have deep down on some level, which is that profound sense of fuck it. You know, that profound, like that escape emergency button that we all have where we say, well, if things really go wrong, I could just quit my job and move to fucking Costa Rica or the Bahamas and leave everything behind and just live on $1.76 a day from my savings and just not give a fuck about anything ever and just lie on a beach, you know? And there's something in us, honestly, I don't know whether it's like a more visceral sense we have from, our evolutionary past when we were Cro-Magnon or when we were more ape-like creatures and we were just like, we're hunter-gatherers. This is what we do. We're not made to sit behind a cubicle. We're made to just fucking go out, hunt shit, have sex, and just survive. That's all we're meant to do. I don't know whether it's that or I don't know whether it comes from just a higher sense and like a deeper thinking of looking at the way society functions and we go, this doesn't really add up. Like, this is how we're supposed to be? All these rules that we've laid out, don't get me wrong, some of the rules society sets out, they make perfect sense because they're more about morality and common sense, like don't murder, don't rob, shit like that. But a lot of the just social norms that we have, like how you're supposed to talk to each other, how you're supposed to treat each other, the things people care about, like material goods and things of that nature, when I see guys like this, I go, oh, okay, he might be living in a situation that I don't want to live in personally, but I think he figured something out. Like, there might be a certain level of wisdom in his action that the rest of us haven't been able to grasp completely, or we're not being honest enough with ourselves about it. So I don't know what it is, but there's something about these stories that makes me think, I like you. I like you, big guy. Again, I don't want to live in that scenario. I don't want to be in an ash heap. I don't want to smoke poop like the last guy, the world's dirtiest man, does. But let me just say this. I'm not going to blame this guy. I'm not going to judge this guy. It might be a little weird. It might be a little different. You might die younger because you're faced with all these, really rigid, frigid scenarios, whether it's really cold or whether it's hard to scrap by and survive or whatever. But go right ahead, man. You're not hurting anybody else. You're not a burden on the system. You're not costing anybody money. You're just kind of doing your thing, and you're doing it in a really strange but free way.